sharp against the candlelight. But I can tell you that right now, you're illusion. There's a warmth around you, soft gold, like candlelight through honey. Your heart is beating too fast, and your hands are trembling in your lap. Isabel looked down at her hands. They were trembling. How? I don't know. Some kind of compensation for what I lost, perhaps, or something else entirely. His voice dropped. The doctors would call me mad if I told them. The church might call me something worse, so I've kept it secret for 9 years. Why are you telling me? Because you're my wife. Because you'll be living in close quarters with me for the foreseeable future, and you deserve to know what you're dealing with. He paused. And because I couldn't lie to you. Not about this. Isabel sat in stunned silence, trying to process what she'd just heard. Her husband, the blind duke who had bought her at auction, could somehow see her in ways that transcended ordinary sight. It should have been terrifying. Instead, she found herself asking, "What else can you see?" He seemed surprised by the question. Emotions, mostly. They manifest as colors' intensities. Fear is cold blue. Anger is sharp red. Happiness is bright yellow, almost painful to perceive. He tilted his head. Yours has been shifting since I started talking. The fear is fading. Now there's something else, curiosity, I think. It's a warmer color. Softer. You can see what I'm feeling. In a sense, I can't read your thoughts. I can only perceive the resonance of your emotional state. He turned toward her again. Does that frighten you? Isabel considered carefully. It should, she said finally. But I think I'm too overwhelmed to be properly frightened. That's fair. Can you see yourself, your own emotions? No, I'm blind to myself. His smile was wry. Perhaps that's why I'm still such a mess. You don't seem like a mess. You've known me for 3 days. True, she paused. Why didn't you want anyone to know about this ability? Because it would change how they see me. Either I'm a fraud claiming powers I don't have, or I'm something unnatural, a monster, a witch, a demon in human form. His voice hardened. I've already lost my place in normal society because of my blindness. I couldn't bear to lose the few people who still treat me as human. Is that why you hide away here? Not Isabel found herself moving closer, closing the distance he'd left between them. Different is just different. The Duke went very still. What are you doing? I don't know. She reached out slowly and touched his hand. But you've shared something with me, something secret, something that clearly cost us. You're not afraid of me. I was sold at auction by my stepmother and bought by a blind duke who can see emotions. Fear seems somewhat redundant at this point. He laughed. It was a startling sound, genuine, surprised, rusty from disuse. His whole face transformed, the severity melting into something almost boyish. You're not what I expected, he said. Neither are you. Is that good or bad? I haven't decided yet. I'm willing to find out. The weeks that followed, unlike anything Isabel had imagined. She'd expected cold distance, the formal arrangement the Duke had described. Instead, she found herself drawn into something warmer, stranger, more intimate than any conventional courtship. Edmund asked her to use his name, was brilliant and damaged and surprisingly funny when he forgot to be guarded. He showed her the extensive library he'd transcribed into raised letters he could read by touch. He played piano for her, his fingers finding keys by memory and sound. He walked with her through gardens he'd designed by scent and texture, describing flowers he would never see in terms of how they felt against his skin. And he saw her. Not just her emotions, though he could read those with uncanny accuracy. He saw asterisk her asterisk, the person she'd hidden behind proper manners and appropriate behavior. He asked about her opinions, her dreams, her fears. He listened when she spoke and remembered what she said. You're happy, he observed one evening as they sat together in the library. Happier than when you arrived. Are you reading my emotions again? I don't. I can hear rather warmly at the moment. I am happy, she set down her book. I didn't expect to be. When I stood on that auction block, I thought my life was over. And now I'm married to a man who sees me more